Help me hit 7,000 subscribers. Support the video with a like and share your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. Thank you. I didn't take my wife to that party expecting anything dramatic to happen. It was supposed to be a harmless night out, a work celebration for her firm, music, drinks, small talk, nothing more. I was the plus one, the steady husband in a navy blazer, there to smile and hold her purse. My name is Oliver, I'm 39, and I'd been married to Lily for 11 years. She used to say we balanced each other, her energy, my calm. I believed that, maybe too much. The party was at a downtown hotel, all glass walls and low lighting, the kind of place that makes everyone feel more interesting than they really are. Lily looked incredible that night, black dress, hair loose, laughing louder than usual. People noticed her. I noticed them noticing. At first, I didn't mind. I grabbed drinks, made polite conversation, played the role I've always played. But after a while, Lily stopped circling back to me. She'd get pulled into another conversation, another laugh, another hand on her arm. That's when I saw him, Ethan. He was tall, confident in that effortless way, the kind of man who leans in when he listens. He made Lily laugh with his whole body. I told myself not to overthink it. If stories like this resonate with you, tap like so it can reach others who might need to hear it too. Marriage teaches you to ignore small alarms. You don't want to be the insecure husband, the jealous guy. So you swallow the feeling and call it trust. An hour passed. The music got louder, the drink stronger, and Lily drifted further away. When I finally walked over, she barely noticed me standing there. Ethan smiled at me like I was a coworker he'd just met. Lily didn't introduce me right away. That pause said more than any insult. I felt invisible standing next to my own wife. Have you ever felt that quiet kind of disrespect? Tell me in the comments because those moments matter. Around midnight, Lily leaned close to me and said she was going to the restroom. She didn't come back. I waited, pretending not to worry, counting minutes that felt heavier than hours. When I checked my phone, there was a message from her. She said she was heading out, that she'd catch a ride home. My stomach dropped. I walked outside, the night air cold against my face. Her car was still there. That's when I understood. Type the word respect in the comments if you believe a marriage can't survive without it. I stood by my car for a long time, replaying every ignored instinct. Trust isn't blindness, I realized, it's mutual care. And that night, the care was gone. Inside the hotel, laughter spilled out as if nothing had changed. But for me, everything had. I didn't know yet who Lily was leaving with. I only knew she wasn't leaving with me. That realization hurt more than anger ever could. It was clean, sharp, undeniable. Something had shifted, and there was no unseeing it. I didn't chase her. I didn't call. I got in my car and waited, because some lines once crossed don't need arguments. If this story brings up emotions for you, consider sharing it with someone who might be standing where I was that night. I watched couples spill into the parking lot, arms linked, laughter echoing. While I stood alone, married and suddenly single in spirit, I told myself to stay calm, to wait for facts, not stories. But deep down, I already knew this night would follow us forever. I didn't imagine screaming or scenes. I imagined distance, explanations that didn't add up, and a trust that would never fully return. The hardest part wasn't jealousy, it was grief. Grief for the version of us I thought was solid. As I leaned against the car, I understood that love doesn't vanish loudly. It slips away quietly. And sometimes you don't lose your partner in a fight, you lose them at a party. That truth settled in, heavy and calm, as headlights swept past and the night kept moving. I waited for Lily to choose. Lily finally appeared nearly 20 minutes later. She wasn't alone. Ethan walked beside her, jacket in his hand, saying something that made her smile again. When she saw me standing there, her expression shifted. Not guilt exactly, more like irritation at being caught in an unfinished thought. "This is Ethan," she said finally. "He works with a client firm." Ethan nodded, polite, relaxed, like nothing about this moment was inappropriate. Lily turned back to him and said she'd text him later. Then she got into the car, buckled in, and stared straight ahead. The drive home was quiet. Not the peaceful kind, the kind filled with things unsaid. I didn't ask questions. She didn't offer explanations. Her phone lit up once, then again. She turned it face down. At home, she kicked off her heels and said she was tired. I watched her walk upstairs without looking back. That was the first time I felt truly alone in our marriage. The next morning, she acted normal. Coffee, routine, casual conversation. No apology, no acknowledgement. I realized then that what happened at the party wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. When I finally asked her about Ethan, she sighed like I was exhausting her. She said I was overreacting. Said nothing happened. Said I embarrassed her by standing outside like that. That's when I understood something important. Truth doesn't need defense. Respect doesn't need excuses. I slept in the guest room that night. Not to punish her, but to protect myself. Space clarifies things emotions blur. Over the next week, pieces fell into place. Late nights, sudden privacy, a distance that felt rehearsed. I didn't spy. I didn't beg. I observed. One evening, I asked her directly if she wanted to stay married. She didn't answer right away. Then she said she didn't know. That answer told me everything. What would you have done at that point? Stayed silent or walked away? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about it honestly. I moved out 2 weeks later. No shouting, no drama. Just boxes, quiet decisions, and the weight of finality. Lily didn't stop me. She watched, arms crossed, like this ending was inevitable. People think betrayal is always loud. Sometimes it's subtle. Sometimes it's choosing attention over commitment, validation over vows. I ran into Ethan months later by chance. He looked surprised to see me, uncomfortable even. He said he hoped I was doing well. I told him I was, and I meant it, because losing Lily didn't break me. Losing myself trying to hold on to someone who already left would have. Healing wasn't fast. Some nights were long, but there was peace in knowing I chose dignity over denial. If this story reflects a situation you've lived through, share it with someone who might need the reminder that self-respect is not negotiable. Lily and I are divorced now. No bitterness, just distance. I don't hate her. I just don't make excuses for her anymore. I learned that love is not about being chosen once. It's about being chosen consistently, especially when no one else is watching. That party wasn't the end of my marriage. It was the moment I stopped pretending it was still alive. Sometimes walking away isn't failure. Sometimes it's the bravest form of self-respect. Before you go, like this video if it gave you clarity, comment with one word that describes how this story made you feel, and subscribe if you want more real stories about relationships, respect, and quiet strength.